on day 5 of 30 cups in 30 days. I'm bad at this. Okay, so let's pick one. Okay, so this is like right in my comfort zone, right? These are pretty standard cup shapes for my life. Okay, so we got a kind of mid-pot bellied mug. So again, we want to, the bottom is fairly narrow relative to the widest part. So you want to center, I want to center my cup so that it's about the width that I want the bottom of the cup to be, and then belly out the broad part. Okay, so we're going to try that. Keep track of that. All right. So I'm going to center it narrower. Uh-oh, what the heck is that? Okay, so I already centered some clay as I was making another video, so we're starting with about a pound of clay, a little bit more. There we go. Okay, open it up. High and narrow. There was one teacher that I had that this was like the only thing I got out of their entire 8-week class was try to start out by centering your clay the way, I think I have an air bubble underneath clay. I hate that. Let's see if we can get rid of it here. Center the clay the way you want it to end, so don't just center it big and wide every time. Okay, we're gonna hope that kind of fixes the bottom. All right. So now, again, we're gonna pull a pretty tall cylinder. I'm going to constantly go back and start at the bottom when you're pulling the cylinder and push in so that you're getting the most, like, sort of play up the wall there. I do not subscribe to the, you gotta throw in, you gotta create the height that you want in 3 pulls. I think that's the claim that somehow clay gets too tired, or, so I don't know. I find that to be a little silly. Okay, so I do want it maybe a little taller than that. I tend to throw really fast, like with my wheel spinning really fast. So you may, if you're following along here, you might want to slow your wheel down as you get taller. But after a lot of years, I don't worry as much about that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is trim in the bottom here, do a little bit of wheel trimming. I'm going to get rid of this little edge here. Toss some water in so that it doesn't stick back when I cut it. All right. All right, so then we want kind of a, I'm going to do it a little different than I usually would. Okay, so I want sort of an angle out. I think even a little more than that. So let's go a little more angle there. We want that part to be pretty straight. And then I'm going to round out the top of the belly with my red, with my yellow rib. I think it needs to be higher than that. And round. So then we're going to collar in a decent bit. Let's see. So let's look at this again. So, gosh, I keep making that face. It's not a very pretty face. I should stop it. Okay, so I think the belly needs to be down a little lower, like maximum. This should be about down here, like down here, instead of way up here. So we need it to come in a little more, but it's pretty close already. Let's see. That's probably closer. I think, to the right shape. Let's look at the profile. Yeah, that feels about right, except probably needs to flare out just a touch more at the top here, just a tiny bit. It's gonna be a big cup. All right. I may have put more clay on there than I needed. Oh well. We're investigating what people like. We should do that. All right. People like big cups, in my experience. So. All right. We'll cut it off the bat, and I think that's day 5. Done and dusted.